I'm back with some Tropico now. Here we go. Yeah, as you can see, you've got kind of like this is your home. You kind of reign across with evil intention.
Pointing at your top balcony, everyone. Oh, you bastard. Is that your house? Is that your little apartment at the top there?
Place, yeah.
That's sick.
So I have
full workers,
full and utter control. I can do as I please with this nation.
Okay, so what's your first point of call then?
Okay, my first point of call is to I can change all sorts of things here, which is great. There we go. So my score. This is to check my actual progress. My overview. No, it's not to check my progress. It's been a long time since I last played this game.
So just run through us on the bottom left of the map is what all the little symbols mean.
Okay, so I can fast forward time.
Okay.
Which I don't know how. There we go.
Okay.
I can fast forward time. I can double time, or I can kind of like quadruple time to really speed things along.
Yeah.
Or I can knock time back, or I can pause time.
Okay.
The small little man with his arms down.
Yeah.
That is our population on the island.
So you got 50 people.
50 people on the island.
Yeah.
The little dollar sign, that's our national treasury. That's how much we've got to spend. I'm allowed to spend all of that, plus I'm allowed to go 10 grand in debt. And as soon as 10 grand in debt is done, they cut all my spending.
So if you go 15 grand in debt, you can't buy it then?
The calendar, obviously, March 1950, that's the date. And the little man with his arms in the air with the numbers 56% next to him, that's my overall general populace happiness.
Okay.
So it's just under 0.5% of everyone being happy. And the reason for that, I think, is these dodgy houses.
Okay.
So we're going to have to get rid of all these houses. And I don't know, I can't quite remember now. Here we go. I've got to get rid of all of these houses. Have got to kind of be blown up. So they've got to go. That's got to go. That's got to go. And what else got to go? I think that's a house. That's going to go as well.
Okay.
And I kind of tend to just put loads and loads and loads of apartment blocks everywhere. Apartment blocks, they're housing, they're efficient. They're not necessarily cheap, but they are efficient.
And they're also more compact because you can get 50 people inside of a smaller area.
Yes, quite right. So I'm going to wait for these to be demolished, and then I'm going to be putting some houses up. I'm also going to you can raise the national wage.
Is there anything that... Can you actually see what your goal is? Because
So
you know you have
if I change that to 8,
yeah,
and then I can set the wages for all undereducated workers for 8. Okay? So then if I, for instance, that's at 8 now, so if I go over here, that will also be 8. Okay? But because the high school male wages is 10, I'm going to have to upgrade that. And upgrade that to 6.15.
Yeah.
And then I can change that to 15.
So
then anyone who's high school is now going to be earning more than those who are uneducated, which is, again, realistic.
Okay, so your first build after the apartment blocks.
My first build after the apartment blocks will probably be another farm.
Okay.
This farm is producing corn at the moment.
Corn.
And it can produce corn, it can produce any of these. Basically, if it's in the green, it can produce it there in high quantities and in quality quantities. If it's in the red, it's not really going to be producing them that well. So corn there is completely fine. I'm going to have maybe a tobacco farm, maybe a sugar farm, just to kind of... Because those are the sorts of things that are going to be bringing in good money, decent prices and good money, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm going to be... First things first, I'm going to put a farm down. We're going to be... Coffee, obviously. Coffee's a no-no on this island, unless you do a little bit there. Sugar and tobacco
can be done pretty as well.
Sugar is okay there as well, so we're going to have a sugar farm kind of like just there.
Okay.
Which is also kind of inconvenient because
that'll produce sugar.
Now I need some roads to go to the sugar farm because otherwise it won't get kind of produced as much as I want it to be produced. which is not good. So there we go. Now we have a road going there as well.
So trucks and stuff can go in the sugar and stuff.
Exactly. We're also gonna put some houses down as well. To make sure
do you need to unlock some things to unlock certain things? Like, can you make a wine brewery on this and stuff like that?
No, I think some of the things kind of come in a little bit later. They don't come in straight. Since this is like mission 1, we're not gonna, it's not gonna jump into things like, you can go and get you can kind of go all the way. You can get electric power. You can go nuclear power. You can get later on in the game. I've played a fair few missions in this,
okay,
and some of them are based on tourism. There's going to be some really kind of cool missions coming up. Some of them are more tourism based. Some of them are more just kind of house the people based. So yeah, they're all pretty.
How long does it take to blow up? Because it seems like you've had.
Well, the reason that it's taking so long is because I haven't sped it up. It should be a little bit. It should be quicker each time. As you can see, there's barrels of TNT ready to go and blow these things to pieces. But it's just a case of waiting to see. I've only got one tenant's office as well. So these are all your workers on your island.
Okay.
So
sorry about that.
So these are all your workers on your island. So yeah, there is and it's pretty much filled out. So you could do with building a little one of those to be.
So you're gonna build yourself flats.
I've built one flat at the moment.
Is it building?
I'm also going to build a logging camp.
For logging?
For logging, yeah. Pretty much me. It just deforests the area. And there's a lot more people now in ranches, which is not good. And I'm also going to build a fishing yeti. A jetty.
Fishing yeti?
Jetty.
That thing that's in the middle of the sea. Just put it in the sea and put it on the
You put it on the side of that. This will help with the amount of food that's actually available on the island, so people won't go hungry.
But you have to create a road to it.
No, you don't. That's just on the beach. That's fine.
Money in the national treasury has been depleted. If measures are not taken soon,
Put another apartment block in, just smash one there. And as soon as you put them down, you won't allow you to put them in certain places, but as soon as it's over shacks, it will let you put them over shacks, which I think is great. And my ideal island involves no shacks, but I've never really managed it. I got very close one time, but I never fully managed it.
So are some people in your island not civilian, not what do you call it? Like not.
See?
Not Tropico?
Yeah, not from Tropico.
Tropico, and she's Tropico.
So you can get people from outside of Tropico.
Yes, you can. You can get people from
So you even have to go as far as try and control border forces.
Yeah, you have to control. You have a full-on approach. You can have a full-on approach to immigration. You can say that the borders are closed.
It tells you everything. It tells you like their birthplace, their job, their date of birth.
You can have individualistic people assassinated if you want them assassinated. If you find them a threat, you can have individual people assassinated.
Can you go full on and be like, well, I don't think I'm going to win this election and get it forged, so that you definitely.
Yeah, there's elections later on in the game. You have to give an election speech, and also there's if you can forge the election as well, because obviously you're a dictator. You have full-on power to pretty much do as you please when you please to do it.
Okay.
And I'm on 4,000 negative at the moment, which is not great, but I'll keep bringing that up. I will eventually get used to the controls. It's going to take.
It has been about, let's say, about a year.
It's been a good while. Yeah, it's been a fair while.
Since you originally played this game.
Construction office there, because that will.
It's Tropico 4 actually come out, because I know Tropico 4 come out in the.
4's out now. We should get, well, when we get some
more money,
some money, and we'll probably go and purchase 4.
Yeah.
3's not a bad alternative.
Last time I've seen number 4 it was only
5's actually out now.
Is it?
But yeah, 5's not out on a console yet. When 5 comes out on a console, then I'll be purchasing that and probably playing that off camera most definitely.
Okay.
On the PS4. That was obviously the reason that MLB was cancelled. We apologise again sincerely for that.
Yeah.
But hopefully you are enjoying this. We hope you are anyway. So we're back in the green again, which is great.
Yeah.
We've got our spending money back, which means we can go 12k in debt if need be.
Weren't you just like $4,000 underneath there?
I was, yeah. I'm gonna have a diplomat. No, I'm not gonna have one there because I don't think we need one for this person. I want you to not go too far in the debt circle.